and I welcome all the people who are viewing this from India, from abroad, wherever you are seeing it. So note down where you are seeing it from and enter your place from where you are seeing it. And maybe you can even say what you're doing. Wonderful. And we are doing two things in this course. It is called as dumb mastery as in silent mastery, right? And we do something called anti-procrastination pill, breaking away from all the things that is stopping you from executing whatever is the most important thing in your life. So we do that first, and then we go into a sharing mode where we discuss about all the wins and obstructions for your progress. And then we come back, and in this segment, we are talking about something that is crazy. What if you get $1 million idea? Imagine you get $1 million idea in a year. How will your life be? And if you go ahead and implement it, what will your life look like? We are not stopping with one. We are getting some 10 important ideas on that topic. And now we got about 13 or plus. Assume that there are only 10. All the 10 people bring out another 10 ideas. So you got 100 ideas at least. Out of this, just take 1 or 2%. They're worth $1 million. And imagine the whole year, you got 2 ideas every day, each worth $1 million. Imagine where your life would be. Amazing, isn't it? So it's a question of you going ahead and implementing it. And we're going to talk about that in a few seconds. And today, the topic is the weight of expectation. What it is when you have some pressure or undue stuff acting on you, right? Say, suddenly you are asked to come and talk in front of a huge audience, right? There'll be some expectation, isn't it? So similarly, when there is weight of expectation for you to perform in a particular manner, how will you take it on? How will you work through that? Okay. And I was just planning to invite our very own Dada. I don't know whether Dada is ready, because I don't think he has slept yesterday night, because we had a session till late in the night. There are quite a few in the group. Abhijit is there, Aniket is there, Dr. Reshma, I don't know who else. So we are all up till 3. And you guys know that when you record, the recording goes on for another hour or so minimum. So that's where we were. Now, let's give a hand, man. Somebody who does so much throughout the night, and imagine the kind of hours that it takes to practice. Because some of these topics for dumb mastery, we decide at least 1 or 2 weeks in advance. So at least give or take 10 days. And how much time you would have spent to go through the whole night teaching and practicing for that, preparing for that. Right? Yeah. Over to Dada. Talk about the weight of expectations. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Dhananjay sir, good morning. Anil bhai. Anil bhai has become God now. You can see him in those kind of pictures. Aata hai na, wo the mandir wala with the nice flower. So he has become that. Okay, take out your background. Can't see you. Hi Mahesh. Mahesh, you're doing good, man. Awesome, nice. I can see your messages out there. Hi Ganesh, Abhijit sir, great job. 3 o'clock and again at 7 o'clock, man. How the hell you did it, man? Good, nice, good. Nandakumar, good morning. Aniket, all right, good. Get on screen, guys. Just minute kai baat hai yaar. So people who are watching me from different parts and you have or probably came down here. Let me tell you that it takes a lot of power to come every day at the same time. Very, very, very strong power. That's why I said putting a seed is easy, watering every day is very difficult. Yes or no? Consistency, बहुत बड़ी चीज है यार. There was a lady in Olympics. She won a gold medal. Her name was P.T. Usha. How many of you know her? P.T. Usha, naam suna hai? And she was an amazing person. But something happened. She could not get into the same thing second time. She practiced, but deteriorated. And suddenly she got Venice Rolls. So many people are there who get an amazing fame. And then something happens. People have a lot of expectation from them. Yes or no? Okay. So this is the same thing which happened with one of our very own family members. And his name was Jabirule. Jabirule was from Assam. No, he is from Assam. Right now he is a man. But the time when I met him for the first time, he was a small kid. He was just 17 years old kid. Today, he might be around 19 or 20, I guess. And I remember there was a time when he was crying and he said, Dada, there's a lot of pressure from my parents because they are forcing me to become a doctor and they want me to study in so and so. But मेरे को मन नहीं लगता है because my father could not get into his medical seats and all these things, and he had an ambition to become a doctor. He is pushing me to become a doctor. How many of you have heard similar kind of stories? Might be the name might be changed, but they had been pushing you. Someone is pushing you. Might be your family, might be your neighbors, might be your relatives, someone. They decide your future. And I have seen in many families, because the father is an ignorant person, he asks somebody else in the relative, Acha, iske liye kaun sa option sahi rahega? He's doing his good job, yes or no? As a father? Hello? Yeah, he's doing his good job. But what about the kid? Nahi, kid ko to pata hi nahi hai, ignorant. And that's how many people end up doing whatever we are doing right now. And it was not chosen by you. It was not chosen by your father, might be. But it was chosen by somebody who has no relation with you at all. How many of you guys are able to see this? Who might not have any relation with this person also, this kid also, but this is the point. So today the topic is little offbeat, and I think coach has already shared. I'm just sharing it once again with you guys. The topic is called as the weight of expectations. Hannah? Expectations, according to my father, he says दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा problem यही है. It's called expectations. You have expectation from your spouse. The kid has expectation from their parents and friends. Yes or no? If you check it at the end of every problem, it is an expectation problem only. And my father was so goddamn right. And I was asking him, अगर expectation दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा problem है, then what is the key for that? Every problem should have a solution. Yes or no? है ना? After a lot of scratching my head, after many days, then I was actually stunned that expectations can be solved by a very beautiful. Anyone? You want to type in your chat bar? What do you think is the antidote for expectation? If expectation is the biggest problem of the world, what is the antidote? Yeah, anyone? Yeah. And by the way, expectation is not about just human being to human being. It can be human being to a non-human thing also. Yeah, a non-living thing. I have an expectation that I should put the key in my car or my scooter I turn it, I press the button, it should start. That is my expectation. Yes or no? But have I checked the oil there? Have I checked the petrol? Have I checked that is starting or not? Yes or no? So this expectations and the problems can be solved only by a simple word called as communication. Check it out. I think so many fights, so many problems, so many divorces, so many sad moments would have been easily avoided if the communication was done at the right time, in the right way, in the right manner. Yes or no? Yeah. So the topic talks about a very simple technique. So the task here is think about a time when you felt the pressure to meet someone else's expectations. Like Jabrul, his father's expectation was that he should become a doctor. Why? Because he has promised everyone in his community that mera bachcha to doctor hi banega. Main bana ke dikhaunga. Okay, fine. So reflect on how this affects your thoughts and emotions and behavior. Consider how can one set healthy boundaries and communicate this kind of needs to reduce stress and improve the well-being. I want you to find out 10 different ideas that can help reduce this stress. That means, imagine you are somebody like Jabrul. Okay, how can you share? I mean, what can be your ways or techniques? How can you talk to your other people who are pushing you because their expectation is too much from you? So what can be the 10 different ideas of communication from Jabrul to his father or you to your other person? Is the task clear? Okay, I'll tell you there is a very deep reason why this topic has been given. So go ahead and try doing it. No problem, try karo. Agar 10 nahi bhi pahunche, no problem, but go ahead and do it. Okay. In the meantime, I would also like to give you, certain more, ideas how you can proceed into this. If communication is the answer for all expectations, then how are you going to communicate? That is what you have to do the task. Find out 10 different ways of communicating. Okay. I can give you one. My father had some communication problem with me, or expectation problem with me, and this is what I did. Many times people can't talk also. I personally, I have a probably, I don't know, I think it is a daredevil thing that I have. I spoke to my father and I said, I called my father as Baba. I said, Baba, can we do one thing? Can we sit and talk? And the evening, so and so. The first thing I did is I made up my mind that I'm going to talk to him. Number two, I took him to a place which is like little bit offbeat from my place, so that both father and son can spend some time. And I asked him a very, very deep question he has never thought. Okay, and this happened very recently when I lost my uncle. And I asked him, and this was like after almost like 1 month, and he was still in that deep shock. And then I asked him, what should be the ideal things, the first top 10 things or top 5 things that I should do if one of you, that means either my mother or you, is not there? What are my tasks? What are my things that I should do? Now, do you think this is a very deep question to ask a father from a son? Okay, but I think this is more important than doing any other nonsense. Many times we don't speak out those very tough questions because it keeps on accumulating and we don't talk. And then my father let loose his emotions and he shared certain things which might be very, very confidential. But I think he spoke to me, his heart out that day. If I have not taken that step, probably I would not have got a chance to talk to him and understand those deep things that was holding inside him from last 40 to 50 years. Because there was no one to listen to him. And that's why I also understood why he was behaving in that way from last so many years from my birth. Now I understood the person has something beyond because he had some other perspective and I didn't know about this. Okay. How many of you guys got some ideas today? It is very deep and I'll connect you to business in some time. So guys, yesterday we had a session. It started at evening around 8 o'clock and probably around, I think 3 o'clock we got over. After that, I started to read a book, which is a very famous book called Mahabharata. Okay. Yeah, but I was reading it here. And in this, there is a beautiful thing that was talked about. There is a person, there is a character called King Janmajaya. He is the son of Parikshit. Have you heard of this name, Parikshit, in Mahabharata? Okay. So Janmajaya is the son of them. And Parikshit was cursed that he would die of a snake bite. And actually, he died because Takshak, the king of all the snakes, he hit him. So as a son, he wanted to take revenge and he did a Mahayagna and all these things. And he took a promise that I'm going to finish all the snakes of the earth. Yeah. And that big Havan or the Yagna was done at Hastinapur, your present day Patliputra. Okay. And so here is the thing. He made an effort to kill all the snakes without knowing what has happened with the back. Expectations and realizations, please understand. Then, before, at the middle of the entire yagna, his subordinates and many people, they stopped him. And then he was told about the entire Mahabharata, which you technically read, is somebody he is actually reciting to this guy called King Janmajaya. And when he heard the entire stories, he let go all his emotions, his all other things, and the yagna was stopped. And that's how the snake and the entire dynasty of the snakes were saved. Okay, did you understand? Expectations and reality, it needs a different kind of communication. So find out such kind of 10 things in your life that you can think that if probably you would have spoken, or you could have spoken, or you can do it right now also, what would be those ways? Find it out. You don't give your answers. Find out what are the 10 communications you could have done, or you can do, or you can avoid in future. If you can make these 10 things or 10 different kind of communications. All right, very nice. So find out your answers does not have any grades, does not have any kind of quality expectations, because your answers are your answers. Your perspective is your perspective. Hello? Good. And there is no one, judging you. Even if you have 2 points or 3 points, do it. It is not a school that you have to make 10 out of 10 on. It is okay. But the more you have, the more, listen, this is what is happening in your brain now. I give you a story. You heard 3 different compositions. You heard Jabirule story, you heard my story, you heard King Janmajaya's story. Did you get that? These 3 stories connected you with similar kind of events in your brain. And now I do not know. There is something connected to your brain, yes or no? Session got over. Technically, in the next 2 minutes, the session is going to be over. I want you to find out if this is something happened with you or somebody else. So you get first party perspective, or second party perspective, or third party perspective. Hello? So either it has happened with you, or it has happened with someone you know, or it is just happening with somebody you do not know, but you feel about him or her. So your answers should be like that. So today it is a very deep sessions. Okay. Hello? So if you do this 10 points, I'm sure you will also find 3 things hidden into this. Number 1, you will understand that there was an opportunity. Number 1, there was an opportunity, there is an opportunity, and there will be an opportunity. It is you who have to take a decision to communicate that information to the person. Number 2, there is a perspective beyond your perspective. Hello? How many of you guys are getting this? There is a perspective beyond your perspective. Number 3, maybe he or maybe or she or maybe you or whoever it is, someone has to put the bell to the cat. Yes or no? Someone has to start that. Someone has to pick up the phone and call. Someone has to invite the meeting. Someone has to initiate this first level of communication. How many of you guys are getting this? That every business is the same way. You need to talk to your clients, your customers, and find out what is their perspective. This communication, if it is not done, then probably you are selling the biryani to a thirsty guy. He might not need your biryani at all. Hello? Correct? He might have some other things. He might not know. And he might end up buying something which he does not want to buy. And that might lead to some other kind of frustrations. Hello? So here is the 4th perspective that I'm going to give it to you. How many of you guys have gone to a shop or probably any retail store and you wanted to buy something and the guy said, sir, please don't buy this. This is not the good quality. The good quality is going to come in so and so, or I will do it later for you. I'll keep it separately. Good communication. Hello. And purposely, the shopkeeper says, please don't buy right now. I will ask you to buy tomorrow because this particular product might look good, but it is not good. Yeah. So these are different kind of communication systems. I wanted to find out such kind of 10 such communications. What can help you to minimize this weight of expectations? Ummid ke baar. So with that, I would like to invite at least 1 or 2 persons. Okay, write down your names. Okay, if you want to share and realize, don't give your answers, but how did you feel this topic has changed a little part of your dimension of your life? Who wants to go? Okay, all right, 1, 2. So we'll give it to Anil, then we'll go to Mahesh. Anil, go ahead.
Good morning. So I find this topic is very good. Actually, I experienced with my last job. So where I have the miscommunication, due to miscommunication, I quitted my the last job. That is only the reason of the communication. So communication, if have been done in the proper way, so we could have been resolved many of the issues. So I find that could be better.
Very nice. Okay, good, very nice. So I think this is also good if you look into Anil's life story. I think this corporate communications, I have seen many a times, in corporates, people send one mail to another mail. Simple. Okay, thank you, something. But there are 15 people are there in the CC. Yes or no? Have you seen those kind of communication? 20 people are there in CC. Are to thank you, bol khatam karna yaar. Why you have to keep everyone in loop? No, keep in loop. Why? Why so much of expectations? I think this is a good point. Very nice, good point. Yeah, Mahesh, go ahead.
First of all, good morning, Dada, and good morning, everyone. Even today is Ugadi, so happy Ugadi to everyone. Today's topic, like idea mastery, what is this? Weight of expectation is something outstanding. Why? Because it is resembling or it is syncing with my life actually. So because of I was into civil services preparation for the past 3 years. So I started, let's see how it would be. Like that, I started that. But my parents and my brothers and my relatives, all they have taken like seriously. Why she's going to achieve this or crack this? They are feeling more than me. They are thinking that Mahesh is going to achieve. They are forcing me like that. I just started my preparation just to see that how it is going to be. Their expectations are like this: Mahesh is going to achieve this year, crack this year, like this. So I have lost everything in 3 years because I spent a lot of time for that only. I didn't think about anything else. Even now also, everyone is thinking that Mahesh is in civil service coaching, but I'm in fest. I got only one thing, that I should prove them there is something better than this, because I tried many a times, like to convince them, there are so many things better than this. Everyone cannot achieve that, because of that is not the cake of everyone. So I just entered into to see that, but they are not convincing. So that's why I just want to show them the success in this.
How do you feel after, probably you have not yet completed, but you are almost near completion? I know that. How do you feel now, Mahesh? What is the life changed for you?
Yes, because of this fest, I got everything, like whatever the confidence or whatever the things I change in myself means my level of thinking and the things I knew because of Dada's classes. I got everything in the world. For example, whatever the subjects are there regarding business and marketing and everything, I got so much of knowledge. Even I'm talking to the people like this. So this is because of fest only. So I am very happy for this. Definitely this credit goes to Dada only and this fest. Even the fest family is very good because of we are getting so much of help from each other in this. So definitely I'm linking with the today's topic, like weight of expectation. So my idea would be like results speaks louder than word. This is the saying by Mr. Dada. So definitely it is going to work out with my life also. Definitely I'll show with my result to my relatives what is success, then whatever they are expecting from me. So this is from my side.
Awesome.
Now I'm like to any other.
I think give a big round of applause to both the people there, Anil and Mahesh. Session is over. See, I told you it's just even hardly like few minutes, 15-20 minutes. But this will leave you a very deep impact in your life, at least for the next some hours. Because when you will understand that everything, wherever you are getting stuck, it's because of an expectation. That is your expectation or somebody's expectation. But if it is not communicated, you don't have a passage to go out. It starts with the first thing. You have a product, it has not gone to the market, that is your expectations. But what have you done for communicating that you have a fantastic product? Hello? Are you guys getting this? What have you done for the other person to have a feel of that product? How many people? So here is a very fantastic, some few tips to tell you. If you want to grow in your life or scale up your business, these are the first things. Number one, increase your visibility with your clients. That is the first level of communication. Number two, increase the frequency of the customers consuming your product. Number three, increase the frequency of your customers coming back to you for repair, remake, some sort of annual maintenance contract, some sort of subscription model. And number four, you need to have something by which this consumption pattern goes into a high level of word of mouth. Give them something that they can share with others. Now, these are deadly techniques which are going to be implemented from 2023 with multiple retails. If you are missing it out, you are missing it out. You need to get into this first. Can I do it personally? Yes, you can do it personally. So I'll give you one example here. If you do not have money, then one interview will give you a 5% confidence. 50 interview is going to give you at least 30% confidence. Yes or no? The more options you have, the more confident you are. But for that interview, have you communicated enough? Have you researched enough? Have you gone to? So when I say interview, I'm not talking about job interview. It can be a pitching interview. It can be an angel or a venture capitalist or a bank or some network. So your tomorrow's earning depends upon today's meeting. Today's meeting depends upon yesterday's marketing. Hello. How many people you have gone to? How many people you have communicated to? Have you communicated the right information to the right people in the right way? It all boils down to only one thing, and that is an authoritative skill. It's called as the skill to communicate. So with that, let me end this session here, and we go back to the meetings of the day. And if you find this session is something which is giving you a new dimension, new steering of your so-called the version 2.0 of your life, then I think there is a way to, for you to communicate to yourself first and then decide if we can help each other together. The link is somewhere down there. You can figure a way out. Always remember, the thirsty comes to the water. And only water can go to the thirsty only when you have money to pay for that. So with that, let me wish everyone a happy Ugadi and a fantastic day ahead. I will see you in the next